Welcome back everyone to the BD1P Random Character Streak. Today is going to be a random tainted character run for win number 184. Today's question of the day, put your answer in the comments down below, is going to be, if you had the choice to remove certain memories from your mind, would you do it or would you not do it? I asked this question for the reason being that I watched a movie recently called The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Seed is going to be QL1N. JSJZ. Ooh, we got Jay-Z in here now. Crazy. Which, by the way, is just a fucking incredible movie. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. The plot of this movie is that there is this couple, Jim Carrey, and then I forget it's not Kirsten Dunst or whatever. It's somebody else. I forget who the actress, excuse me, is supposed to be. But the plot here is that this is boy and this girl, and they go through a really rough, long-term breakup, and they both decide separately to erase each other from their minds, which obviously will lead to complications, you know, with just their brain and all that, but more importantly is that they actually find each other again and don't remember, you know, who they are or why they broke up. I'm not going to give any big spoilers here. I'm just going to talk about, you know, my thoughts on the consequences of the movie, because I thought it was an amazing movie. I love Jim Carrey, and I love the psychological aspect of films, like messing with your memories and stuff like that. I love that kind of aspect of entertainment, so the movie was like right up my alley. And honestly, and this is like that's an amazing fucking item off the bat. And just to put in perspective here, I watched it with my girlfriend, and it's really weird to watch a movie about a really rough breakup with someone that you're dating. Like, me and Desi, we're going fine, we're going strong. But it's still, like, a really awkward experience if you think about it. Either way, though, Library as this character could also be pretty snazzy. Great, like, run so far. It's kind of going crazy. An Old Bandage as well is, like, literally one of the best items you can get as this character in any sense of the word. Just run. But, like, the movie goes in a pretty, I don't know, it is a bit predictable at points, and you can kind of tell where the story is going to be going, but it doesn't ever, like, insult your intelligence. It does take some twists and turns that you wouldn't expect, and there are parts where it's a little bit hard to follow, I would say, but it makes up for that by just being a really, really good story. Like, the B plot is not overbearing. It actually, like, adds to the story quite a bit. It comes together to be a perfect experience. It's almost, I would say, if I had to rank it out of 10, I would say it's like a 8 out of 10 movie. There's a couple parts that I don't like. For example, there's a part where Jim Carrey is like a baby, but it's like adult Jim Carrey, the size of a baby. I really did not like that part. That kind of was really hard to watch. It was just no keys, really, whatever. Just a really, like, weird thing to see. As a Jim Carrey fan, it was a really odd thing to see. But aside from that, a couple other points I didn't really enjoy in the movie was there really wasn't, like, I don't know. Ooh, that's a key for us. I kind of figured that there would be more of, like, a mental consequence to the, you know, the point of removing your fucking memories. There should be, I feel like, more of a consequence to that. But I guess not in this movie. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Also, I gotta mention, too, the trinket we have is also amazing. Both passives we've got have been really, really good. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go to my item room. Wow, this sucks. I would rather go to my library. And if we don't get a key in there, an extra key for our item room, just go for planetarium instead. Because libraries are guaranteed to be useful for me on this run because we don't have a single active item yet. Plus, we have the hairpin. It's guaranteed to have some kind of worth, while an item room could be complete garbage. So, yo, actually insane. I could not have asked for a better combination of books in here, I think. I mean, I could have, but I'm not going to ask for what I already have, and that's fucking greatness, baby. We'll go the other way so we can get to the item room now. But I kind of wish in the film that there was more of a cognitive, like, consequence, and it's okay, to removing one's own memories, because, like, it felt like relatively it goes without, you know, consequence. Like, you go get it removed, and then that's the end of that. Which the point of the movie, it's not to, like, make you morally question the decision of removing somebody from your mind. While that is, like, a side effect of the movie, it's not the main point. the main point is I think that you're just witnessing like a soap opera romance breaking down. I would not say in any sense that the movie is at all about the moral complications of deleting somebody. It's more just about, you know, just the relationship and your take on it, I think. It's not supposed to be a super deep movie. It's just supposed to be a movie that you watch and that you kind of go, damn, that was definitely like a really fucking good story, which it was my takeaway, honestly. We'll get a bone there. We got no Boney? We killed Larry, though. Whatever. We're gonna be A-okay. This run so far, like, I cannot complain. Anytime you get Book of Virtues, like, this early on, and you get, like, an active item in that same room, you're gonna be having a killer experience. For real. And I wanted to kind of talk about, too, like, if I was in the position of these, you know, people, would I also remove my memories? Because their breakup, I mean, it wasn't anything special. Like, the breakup was pretty fucking average. Like, I've been through, like, 2 or 3 separate, you know, relationships. And I gotta say, like, the breakup they had was, it wasn't tame, but it definitely wasn't, like, anything super extraordinary. And I think the bigger question to me personally is, like, if we had that ability to remove memories at will, like, as a human species, we would definitely abuse that for no good reason. Like, if you have one bad thing happen to you, I guarantee you half the fucking population would take the memory and throw it away. I think it's kind of more of a commentary on that. Because, like, when you watch the movie, none of the things that happen to these characters is really that serious. It's simply just they had a breakup after, like, a couple of, I would assume, they didn't really give us a date, but I would assume a couple of years of being together, and then that was that. Which happens to, like, I don't know, most of us, I feel like, when we all have breakups and we all have, you know, those moments, but I think that, not to get, like, you super sappy, but that's how you learn to be a better person is, like, you know, whether you want to admit it to them or yourself or not, like, going through all of these things is how you grow as an individual and kind of better yourself. And I think that that's kind of a commentary on, you know, if we had the choice to not better ourselves as a species, oh, it doesn't charge up my pocket. Oops. As a species, we probably would choose to not better ourselves and just spare ourselves the pain of a failed relationship. Which I really like that idea for a plot. I mean, there's 2 things. I would say that there's 3 big things in film that always, like, get me. Okay, no health downs. Okay. Ooh, thank you. All pretty average pills. We're just gonna head on down. I don't want to deal with Curse of the Maze right now, and we have good HP to keep doing some streamlined damage. But I think it's more of a. There's 3 things in movies that get me. Is what I was trying to say there. Number 1 is a revenge story. Any Count of Monte Cristo type story about revenge and about, like, you know, just getting even, I guess, in someone's mind. I love that shit. It's why I love Daredevil. It's why I love Batman. It's why I love The Count of Monte Cristo. It's why I love, you know, movies like El Camino. I guess that was not a revenge story, but it kind of is a revenge story with the whole plumbing company there. Which one of who was my enemy there? I couldn't even tell. But movies like that, and what are some other examples of, like, people getting relentlessly even? John Wick, great series of movies. I actually enjoyed John Wick 2, believe it or not. I'm in the minority there, I think, but I thought it was an okay movie. So just anything about getting even and revenge is really cool to me. And it goes double if the person getting revenge is, like, an old angry man, like Nicolas Cage's Pig. Ooh. That is more wisps for us, but the bonies we have right now, dude, they are plowing down. I can't give up the bonies right now. I can't give up the bonies. The second thing that gets me are, like, psychological thrillers. Movies like The Shining, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, that will never cease to, like, every time I watch The Shining, man, I'm always, like, glued to this. I know what's gonna happen. I've seen The Shining, you know, 3 or 4 times at this point in my life. I know what's gonna happen. Ooh, but that's, like, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna take that instead. Goodbye. Thank you, Book of Bones, for your service, but I have found better things, I think. It's also a lot of fucking cards for us. Like, a lot of fucking cards. We might as well pop this on this floor. Yeah, it was right here anyways. Nothing gained, nothing lost there, really. There's a couple of bombs in our pocket. The Shining is a great one. And speaking of movies that I watched recently, I finally sat through all of the Killing of a Sacred Deer, which I know it's like this beloved indie horror film. It sucks. Like, it's bad. Don't watch it. I'm going to get a lot of hate for that because it is like a beloved classic with people. It's actually rated fairly highly in a bunch of critic sites, but I could not bother to, be entertained at all by that movie. The plot of The Killing of a Sacred Deer is that there is this surgeon who, a couple years ago, accidentally, let a patient die because he had a little bit too much to drink before a surgery, and he wasn't as steady-handed as he wanted to be. And out of guilt for this family that he kind of almost ruined, he decided to, I guess, be careful here. Don't lose your deal chance. Good dodges. Okay. Be careful, your deal chance is almost done. There we go. Oh, fuck plan C. No, thank you. Yo, but don't fuck Sacred Heart. Well, maybe. It'd be kind of painful, I think. But the plot is that this surgeon, let a patient die, and out of sympathy for the family, he kind of kept a close watch on the son and, tried to be, almost a replacement father to this son. And, the son still holds this really big grudge against his, his dad dying. So he has this, I guess his son, I don't know if he was, just deranged or what, but he had this sort of, it's got, an element of what's the word? It's hard, it relies on fate a lot in this movie to display its point, but the whole, thing, the kid eventually, at a certain point in the movie, hangs out at the doctor's house because he wants to meet his family, because they meet up every week to go get food together and just talk and make sure that the kid's doing okay. And he meets the family. He meets the doctor's son, daughter, and wife. And then a couple days later, the boy and the doctor are just kind of talking at the hospital, and the boy goes, "Your family is going to die. It's going to start with they're losing use of their limbs. They're going to lose their appetite, and then they're going to eventually start bleeding from the eyes and die. And the only way to stop it is to kill one of them. If you choose to kill one of your cared loved ones, then all of this will stop." And there's no explanation as to, if it's a magic thing, if it's a curse, or what it is. It's just that's what it's stated as, and that's fine. I prefer it that way, to not know the actual, lore behind it. It makes it a bit more mysterious, and I like that a lot. Essentially, this dad, is in denial. He's like, I don't want to do that shit. I'm not going to kill my fucking... That's ridiculous, man. I'm not going to kill my goddamn family. And sure enough, the son one day, he can't stand up. And he goes to the hospital, and he refuses to eat anything. And then the dad's kind of this is not real. What did you do to my son? And the kid's like, I didn't do shit. You did this to yourself when you let my dad die. And, all this other, kind of just fate and determinism and almost in a way getting even type of deal. And then I'm trying to because the plot is so hard to recall because the movie was just so fucking boring. Because for the first hour of it, you're just getting just this. So here's my biggest gripe, and I'm gonna go off topic for a minute here. The director of the movie stated I gotta backtrack here so much. It's so hard to explain this movie. The entire time of the start of this movie, the acting is horrendous, but it's intentionally horrendous, apparently. And the reason the acting is so dry, monotone, and bad is because the director wants you to not focus on the characters, but rather if the actions of them are justified. You're not supposed to form any attachments to the characters themselves. You're supposed to just simply watch the story from afar and form your own opinion after the fact when the movie ends, if the father did the right thing. The problem with that, though, is that the first entire hour of the movie is solely focused on the family and the relationship between the boy and the man. If we're not supposed to want to care for any of these characters, then why spend the first boring hour of the movie focusing on them and making me question, why is the acting so fucking bad? When there is warrant to making people act bad on purpose. It can serve really good plot points, but in this movie, it did not do it justice whatsoever. Honestly, it was pretty fucking hard to watch. And when it finally got to the point where the boy reveals, your family is cursed or whatever, at that point in the movie, you're already kind of like, well, I don't really care for the family, so why should I care for what happens to them? Yeah, the dad did something fucked up, but okay, oh well, who cares? Like, it's a whole cycle of, if I'm not supposed to care for the characters, then why spend the entire first hour making me care for them, or trying to make me care for them, and making the rest of the movie look worse by comparison? And now I gotta go back to the actual plot of the movie. So, the acting is really fucking bad, right? I don't care for any of these characters here. We didn't get a deal there, huh? We have so many goddamn cards. Just fill me up on HP right there. I don't even give a shit. Ace of Spades. Deal? Joker. I'll take one. I'll take two. Fuck it. We have Sacred Heart. I'll go deep for this. I'll go really fucking deep. Sure. What the fuck? Those are so many, like, non-affecting pills that it was so weird to hear Temperance not give me, like, a good or bad pill sound effect. That was honestly a little bit just weird to hear. Anyways, the acting is supposed to be intentionally bad, you know, whatever. And by the end of the movie, here's a spoiler if you care to watch it. Mute for like 20 seconds, I guess. We'll take the sun card. The dad chooses to put his family in the living room, you know, put bags over all of their heads and bags over his own, and spin in a circle till he eventually shoots one of the family members and they die. Thereby, you know, he didn't make the choice, you know, just randomness made the choice for him, essentially. Which, like, sure, that's kind of whatever. It makes sense for the movie. It's where I thought it was going to be going, and whatever. And, like, everything, you know, worked out to be the way you would think it was. But not only was the acting bad, and the plot predictable, and the ending extremely predictable as well, you never get that, like, any satisfaction watching the movie. Like, you never feel like anybody was, like, you know, deserved what happened or not. You don't need to feel that. But when the movie is so dry of acting and character, you know, caring for anybody in the movie, you want to have, like, something else to augment it, right? You want to at least care for the one of the kids who dies. You want to care for the dad making a choice. The reason these movies and these psychological horror movies have this effect on us as humans is because it's the human condition. We understand that, you know, emotion. And the emotion of making these choices is really what drives us to care for these characters. But you take that entire element out, and then fuck all, Vertigo's a deal chance. And then fuck all, I guess it's just another movie about, you know, someone getting shot that you don't care about. Like, I know I'm the director of the movie, he got what he wanted from me. I watched the movie, and I didn't give a shit about the characters. But because I didn't care about the characters, I also really did not give a shit about the choice behind it. Like, oh, he's a bad dude. Okay. I never was faced with that moral, like, what would I do? And I did ask myself, you know, what would I do in this situation? And I guess if I genuinely had to choose, you know, what should I do if I had to make this choice of killing one of my own kids? Or letting them all die? And this is gonna, hopefully Desi does not watch this video. It's implied in the movie that the dad could also kill his wife to end it all. And I think that if I could, I would kill myself to save my kids. I would, 100%. Because I live my life, and I think a lot of people's goal in life is to have kids and pass themselves on. If I had the choice to kill myself and save them, I think I would. But second to that, because it's a parental duty, I think, to protect your kids at all costs, right? Call me old-fashioned, call me a boomer, but I think that a parent's goal above anything else is to protect their fucking kids. And if that means, you know, having to lose my own life to do that, so what? Who cares? But if I'm not able to kill myself, because the point of this movie is that the kid wants the dad to feel the pain that he felt. If I am not allowed, I can't pay for that, though. To kill myself, I would probably make the choice to kill my wife. Again, that sounds really bad, but it goes back to that thing. I think that it is a parent's duty to protect their kid at all costs. And yes, to me, that also means, you know, giving up your life for your children. I really want to get school back. That will be tons of wisps for us. Oh, I forgot Boneheart Stay. That's right. Right. Again, I might just be sounding like a complete asshole here by saying shit like this, because it could come across as me being like, fuck women, yeah, save the kids. But, like, it really, I think, it is a hard question to ask yourself, and I get that. But I would have gotten the same like the same thought process out of that movie if one of my like high school friends asked me, yo, would you rather let all your kids die or kill your wife? Like, that's the same exact effect to me. There was no emotional attachment or any kind of moral ambiguity in this movie that really drove me to care for anybody or care for the outcome. Literally, you could have asked me that question and I would have had the same amount of emotional connection to the movie. I walked to, ooh, I can't even have you, though. I can't even have you. You're mean. Give me a Hanged Man card right now, bitch. Another Judgy? Ay, ay, ay. Well, sorry, sack of sacks. We can't have you, dog, but I'd like to come back for you later. I really don't want to bomb the goddamn machine, but I really also want School Bag on this Book of Virtues run. My life is so hard, chat. My life is ridiculously difficult. And I get it. The movie is beloved, and I think my outrage here... There we go. I think my outrage here is what the director wanted, is me to, rather than care for the characters or the actual outcome, rather just ponder the question. So sure, fucking director, you win. But I did not have a good time watching the movie. I was just kind of bored for the entirety of it. And maybe I'm just not smart enough to understand the cerebralness behind that movie. But genuinely, I had no care for any character in the entire movie. So does Hairpin, because we gulped it, right? Will that charge up both our active items in a fight? Because it doesn't work for Yumheart. But will it work for both of our left trigger ones? And we try buy at least some kind of HP here, huh? We can get a small chance at a deal. It's Necro too. Ah, boy. Okay. Well, just buy that and just move on. If you lose the Bone Heart, you'll lose the Bone Heart. Okay. I'm going to go for this. Ooh, we can make Boss Rush. Hold on, boys. Okay. Pop that. You can make Boss Rush. Because last run, Boss Rush fucking crushed it, dude. Hey. Hurry. Okay. Timer is here. I'm going to grab Polaroid. Emperor. Fool. Moon. We'll take Moon card, I guess. Ooh, and Piggy Bank. But Parasitoid, though. Oh, wait, that's Candy Heart. Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, dude. Sure. Sure. I should have probably looked around a little bit more there, but Candy Heart is literally this character's best item. Just fucking sitting there, so... Yeah, man, I'm going to definitely snag that and full card the hell out of there. This run is going to get pretty crazy with a ×2 damage multiplier as well. Pop you down. I'll play you twice, I guess. Take the Emperor card. I'm going to pop Emperor. Oh, that was a dumb play. I'm going to pop Emperor right away so we can get a charge off on both of our items here. Or just the one, I guess, is fine. And there's a Soul Heart. I don't know my HP right now. I know we lost our Soul Heart right there. Okay, deal chance is good. Sun card is way better than the Hanged Man card, dog. And we'll go for Conjoined, I guess, in the future. I know he doesn't count anymore for Conjoined, but he might later on. And I think you just move on. You skipped your Womb 1 entirely there. You'll probably find another Emperor card for your Cathedral anyways, while we are at low HP. While we are at real low. That's a little bit better. It's not better by much. That is a lot better. Now, where does... Oh, I didn't want to be here yet, honestly. But I guess here we are. I gotta focus a little bit. I kind of wanted some more time to strategize, but... There we go. Wow, that was a scary fight. Pop that, sure. Strength cards. Double strength. Just pop it for the full heals. And another Emperor card, so you want to go down here. We're going to have a quick-ass run today. I'm going to make chat think we lost the run. I'm going to make you guys think we lost the run for going so fast. I'm going to put the title as, like, can we possibly lose this run? Have you, like, 30 minutes long at max. Kill, get out of the way. Okay, heal up. Polaroid, and there we go. Ace of Diamonds, Sun card, Stars. Pop that once. Judgment, I'm not going to play you. We'll take Sun Card and we'll move on down. If we can get a sub half an hour run, how could we possibly lose this run? How could we possibly lose this run? Oh, now we're talking. Now we are talking. Sure. Take double Epiphora. I don't think it does anything for us. And I think you want to go, honestly, here, double card deck. Because you can get double the cards and grab your Sun card and just start going ham. Kill Gluttony last here. Well, we could get spun, maybe. If we play our cards well enough on this floor. We don't need any more cards, though. We're going to be okay. Just don't... Hopefully you get an HP up here. That's it. Perfect. Hanged Man. All right, just go as fast as you can and hope you can make the clickbait work for you. How could we possibly lose this? That's a great title. I'm honestly really cool with that title. Clickbait is clickbait, man. You watched the video this far in, I did my job right. Sun, pop the Sun. Oh, we're already at our boss fight. Okay, so what you gotta do here is grab this, walk into here, place a bomb down. Sub half an hour. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Ooh. Ow. Devil. Don't need it. Ooh. Oh, we have no keys, so you walk in here. You pop this twice. You walk around. You hit him. You Sun card for full HP. You do... Nope. Getting a little bit overzealous there. You can pop that down. I saw there's a Chariot card. I was looking for that one the entire time. And we're done. Under half an hour. How could we have possibly lost that run? Candy Heart, Sacred Heart. If you enjoyed that run of my commentary, the title screen is gone. Amazing. Liking the comic goes a long way for a small channel like mine. In the meantime, guys, I have been BD1P. Peace out and goodbye.